Is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today we're here to empower parents to protect kids online. And Congress needs to do its job and make rules of the road. It's been 5 years since the Children's Online Safety Act has been filed. 5 years too long to address this critical issue. When we look at the internet and social media, we see education, entertainment, communication with friends, all great things for kids, but we also see a quagmire of issues that they could fall into, which is why we need guardrails to protect children's privacy, stop access to adult content, unbridled chatbots, even predators online. So today we have 19 bills, including our bipartisan Promoting a Safe Internet for Minors Act with Representative Laurel Lee, my fellow Floridian. H.R. 6289 directs the Federal Trade Commission to conduct nationwide education campaigns to promote safe internet use by minors, encouraging best practices for educators, parents, platforms, and minors, and sharing latest trends about negatively impacting minors online and making publicly available online safety education. The only issue is we have an FTC where President Trump fired both the Democrats, and now there are only 3 out of the full 5 strength that they need, and the courts have been taking their sweet time to address this issue. And so it's critical that we as a committee make sure we get the FTC up to strength and hold the president accountable for this unlawful action. We also need to limit kids' access to chatbots. We saw a tragic story from Central Florida of Sewell Setzer III's story, a 9th grader from Orlando Christian Prep. He died by suicide last year at age 14 after being prompted by a chatbot that he was listening to. Sewell's mother, Megan Garcia, testified in the Senate Judiciary Committee in September of this year. In her testimony, she described how Sewell was manipulated by the chatbot and sent sexually explicit material. She has filed a wrongful death lawsuit. This is why bills like the Safe Bots Act that we see, which would develop AI policies to prevent harm, AI disclosure prohibiting them from posing as licensed professionals, and then enforcement's key, the FTC, which we need to fully restore to its full strength, and state attorneys general. And then back in Florida, we see new laws that restrict use under 14 years of age, parental consent 14 and 15 years of age, and it was just recently upheld on appeal. And lastly, we're working with local sheriffs like the Osceola County Sheriff's Office to get them millions in funding to protect kids online with the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, absolutely critical for our local kids. Ms. Ruin, we saw President Trump illegally fire 2 of the Democratic members of the FTC. Even with all these bills that we have filed, even if they pass, how does the decimation of the FTC affect enforcement of laws meant to protect kids online?
Thank you, Representative Soto. So the FTC has historically had, as an independent agency, has historically had a reputation of protecting consumers regardless of the party in office. The current administration is undermining that reputation and threatening the FTC's ability to enforce the law fairly. I say this in my testimony, but I'll say it here again. Laws are only as good as their enforcement mechanisms. They are only as good and fair as their enforcers. Laws without good enforcement are, at best, just words on the page, but at worst, they are weapons to be used by the powerful against the powerless. And the worry with the FTC becoming a politicized institution is that rather than enforcing the laws to protect everyone and uphold the rule of law, it will instead become a partisan tool that could be used and weaponized against those that the administration, whoever occupies the office, dislikes, or, on the other hand, favors. If, for example, the president has a particular relationship with a particular company or a particular CEO, we are concerned that the politicization of an FTC could lead to favorable treatment and lack of enforcement of laws against those companies, and on the other side, targeting or retribution against those who would disagree.
Mr. Thayer, we talked a little bit about bots being out of control. What rules of the road do we need to help make sure we protect our kids?
Well, thank you, Congressman. And look, we're going to need a lot.
The rate at which this adoption is happening is unlike anything that we've ever seen, even with respect to social media, and particularly when it comes to kids. Kids are now using chatbots for everything under the sun, whether it's
Mr. Thayer, time's expired. If you could wrap really quick, please.
Sure. But in general, solutions that you guys have proposed today can go a long way. Also, what Senator Hawley has introduced is another interesting avenue, along with Senator Blumenthal. So I look forward to working with you in your office on this.
Thank you for that. Time's expired. The chair recognizes the gentlelady from Florida. Ms. Kamek, please.